Now they are trying to come on land, which of course is very risky also for the Americans. There you come near, because even me, who has got a short range, I can harm you.
Yoweri Museveni, the 81-year-old frail Ugandan president, indicated that the US was able to succeed in a military attack on the Venezuelan presidency because they were using superior air and sea military hardware. However, if they had mounted a ground attack, they could have not succeeded. And even a country like Uganda is able to overcome the US military in a land attack.
Because the Americans are operating from 4 dimensions. They're operating from sea, they're in the sea. The Latin Americans are not there. They don't have a navy. Then they can come with air force, and then space. They're in space. Now they are trying to come on land, which of course is very risky also for the Americans. There you come near, because even me, who has got a short range, I can harm you.
Yoweri Museveni decries the justification of the US invasion of Venezuela and kidnapping of their president Nicolas Maduro and his wife, and taking them to a US prison and charging them with various crimes. Clearly, it shows that US is able to violate the territorial integrity of small nations, and countries or nations in Africa are not safe. And so Museveni argues that Africa is vulnerable to US attacks because it is not united.
The Africans, because of that was our target in 1963. And Mwalimu was going to move, but Kenyatta and Obote decided to remain big fishes in smaller ponds.
Museveni has always been strong on regional integration, and he has always been insisting that the original sin on African integration was committed in 1963 when the East African leaders, that is Kenyatta and Obote of Uganda and Nyerere of Tanzania, did not form a strong regional union under one leadership. Well, they had formed the East African Federation. However, they did not agree on having one leader to lead the region. And hence, that grouping could not expand to the rest of Africa and create stronger regional corporations that would unite economically and militarily. Well, Museveni has also been critical about small countries or some countries being landlocked, while others have huge coastlines. And these landlocked countries struggle to access the sea for economic activities and cannot even have naval bases because they do not have access to the sea, and argues that all countries should have equal access to the sea in Africa. Well, it seems that Museveni, being a Pan-Africanist, would like to see the whole of Africa united. And it will be a good thing, especially in this time of US militarization, that a united Africa can be able to prevail in case the US decides to attack a couple of African countries separately. That is all. Kindly like and subscribe this channel.